MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the San Francisco Giants and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Major League Baseball on the Show starts now. Chris Archer gets the start for Pittsburgh in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
So in now for San Francisco, Mike Yastrzemski, as we take a look at the splits between April and May.
Mike Yastrzemski.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. In there, 0-1. And guys, as we take a look at the Pirates coming into this afternoon, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Ro, talk about a team that's scuffling right now. I had a chance to talk to the manager before the game. He's not happy. The players aren't happy.
Yeah, and just a malaise has kind of come over this clubhouse. We had a chance, like you said, to walk through it a little bit. The boys are not jumping around. This is a big game today.
The 0-2 delivery. Too high. 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1-2. The count's now at 2-2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Full count now, 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Now the payoff pitch home is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
Here's Buster Posey now. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Head-to-head against Chris Archer. He's got a 3-for-7 line. He's taken him deep once. In there, and it's even at 1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Working the plate is Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corners.
He is, D-Ro, and listen, he makes you bring the ball into the strike zone. Normally, high scoring of games when Carl's behind the dish.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he could put up similar numbers in this one.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt.
He swings and sends it in the air out to left center.
Dyson is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Giants are down 1-2-3. Now the Pirates will get their first opportunity. No score. Johnny Cueto will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, Johnny Cueto's an interesting guy, man. Has a funky delivery. We call it the shimmy or the shake. He turns his back kind of Louis Tion style, throws from a lot of different arm angles, but his stuff is good. 93 to 96 miles an hour, good changeup, and a good hard slider. The key with Johnny Cueto, keeping his pitch count down early on in the game.
So striding forward now, Kevin Newman. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. A ball and no strikes. Danny, D-Ro, this Giants team, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, they started yesterday off on the right foot. If they get put together 2 games in a row, a lot of positive vibes start happening. You never know. This could be a jump start to big things.
There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball. Hit out towards second. He's got it. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Batting second, the center fielder, Bryan Reynolds.
Striding in, Bryan Reynolds. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Right down the middle with a changeup, but not what he was looking for. Taken for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Duggar's there for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Batting third, the second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Standing in, Adam Frazier. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Cueto's ready and delivers. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. That evens it up 1-1.
When the guy on the mound has complete command of his off speed, especially his changeup, sometimes as a hitter you just have to give up pull side to stay on it.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Two and 2 to Adam Frazier.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
It's a fine line from working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance at getting swung at. Right there, he basically spiked that one right into the dirt, and now he has to find the zone on a 3-2 pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home. And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
Well, he gives up the walk, but that was a really good pitch. Might have been just out of the zone, but not by much. A lot of guys would have gone fishing for that pitch, so sometimes the hitter just outlasts you.
Now at the plate, Josh Bell, and he's a guy who's been absolutely terrific over the last couple of series, really swinging it well. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Outside with the fastball. That's 1-0. Has a look. Now the pitch. Up top, it's 2-0. Frazier, the runner at first with 2 gone. It's 2 balls and a strike to Josh Bell.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
The 2-1. Taken, strike 2.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 3-2 one more time is swung on and missed. He got him. Pirates leave one. Still no score. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria.
Leading off for San Francisco, the third baseman, Evan Longoria.
Here comes the first pitch. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Drilled right back up the middle, and that'll get on by into center field for a leadoff single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Hey.
Stepping in now, Hunter Pence. This is flared right back over the mound. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Hey, that's a beautiful job of executing a hit and run right there. Pretty interesting. Must have known he was going to try and get over the heart of the plate right there with something, either fastball or something off speed, because he was coming unglued. 0-0.
Brandon Crawford digging in next. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Polanco, and this will get all the way to the wall now. And the second run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game.
Man, he was not messing around here. Sitting on the first pitch he saw and drove it to the outfield, bringing in both runners and putting himself into scoring position. It's great to see a guy that's aggressive at the plate when he's got a chance to do some damage.
Stepping up now, Mauricio Dubon. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. He's set. Here it comes. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. Dubon stands at an even 6 feet tall, a right-handed batter and thrower. He was taken in the 26th round back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there.
That's not an at-bat he's going to look back on and be happy about. Obviously, the strikeout result isn't good, but to go down on 3 pitches and none of which were even in the strike zone, as you see there, that's not a good look.
And that'll bring up Steven Duggar. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Two and 1 after the foul ball there. Has a look, now the pitch. And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Fastball too high, ball 4.
Well, some might say a walk there is okay because you've got first base open, but he's been struggling out there. And if you're going to work around hitters, you don't want to work around hitters in the bottom of the lineup.
2 on here with 1 man out. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Johnny Cueto. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And the pitcher will indeed try and move his runners as he gets this one down. Throw not in time at first, so the pitcher tries to give himself up, but instead he gets himself a base hit.
Mike.
At the plate, Mike Yastrzemski. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First delivery to him on the way. And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. 6th home run on the season for him. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Wow, you can understand what the pitcher's thinking. He doesn't have an empty base, and he needs to get ahead of the count. All he wants to do is get that first pitch over for a strike, but the batter knew the same thing, and he jumped all over it, smashing it into seats for a 4-run blast.
Now here's the Pirates manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Nick Burdi enters from the pen in just the 2nd inning, so they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay out there for a while. And that'll bring up Buster Posey, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Still only 1 out in the inning. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Two balls and 2 strikes to the Giants catcher. Swing and a liner. Foul. Ready with another 2-2.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Digging in for his 2nd at-bat, Brandon Belt. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch. Now it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing in the Pittsburgh bullpen. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That 2-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Into the corner and slicing foul. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Into the box now, Evan Longoria. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. Now the 1-0. Longoria, a California-born ball player. He's a veteran of 13 years at the major league level, which really points to the consistency he's shown since he first broke in.
Yeah, Matty, no kidding right there. I'll tell you what, the grind to get to the big leagues is so hard. Guys just want to spend a month, a day in the big leagues. So to put your...
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. So they strike for 6 in the inning as there's the big blow, the grand slam home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's the Giants 6 and the Pirates nothing. Here's Gregory Polanco. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Now here's the pitch. And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
The windup and the 0-1.
No, that's down. One.
Swings through it for strike number 2. Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
At the plate now, Ke'Bryan Hayes. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's contest. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And he popped him up back into foul territory behind first, but this will land untouched. Weak grounder back to the mound. And there's out number 2.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
Jacob Stallings will be the next hitter, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Cueto into his motion. Here comes the first pitch. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1. But facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Stallings is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
These are the type of hitters that absolutely frustrate a pitching staff and a pitching coach. He's not trying to do a ton of damage, but he's certainly going to put the ball in play and be a pest the entire season.
That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. Two balls and two strikes the count to the Pirates catcher.
He started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. They still find themselves down 6-0. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the third. Heidi?
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Giants lineup with their manager, Gabe Kapler. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the third inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Leading off for the Giants.
Now batting, Hunter Pence. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batter, number 35, shortstop Brandon Crawford.
Now at the plate, Brandon Crawford. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Strike called. Tough to do much with that one. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Newman brings it in. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now that's second baseman, Mauricio Dubon.
Digging in, Mauricio Dubon. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. Throw on to Bell at first, and the side is retired. Giants are down on 4 pitches, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Here's Gerard Dyson. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
0-1 count, and the pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 home is taken for ball 2. All even now, 2-2. Now the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. And there's 1 away. So 1 gone in the inning now, and it's time to check out the standings in the National League West as you take a look at where the Giants find themselves entering play here today. Striding into the box, Nick Burdi. First pitch on its way. Liner towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out.
Now batting, shortstop, Kevin Newman.
Settling in now, Kevin Newman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. 3 innings complete. It's the Giants 6 and the Pirates nothing. All set for the start of the 4th. Stepping into the box, Steven Duggar. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score. Here comes the first pitch. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball, that's down. Count is 2-1.
A bouncer to the left side. Newman fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The pitcher, number 47, Johnny Cueto.
Next to hit will be the pitcher. Johnny Cueto comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Popped up. Newman over to his left, and that's the second out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 5, Mike Yastrzemski.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Mike Yastrzemski. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him.
Nope, that's a ball.
Kind of surprised not to see a fastball on the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least 1 pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out.
That's ball.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
And they are not going to get him at first. He's aboard easily.
Hey guys, that's the danger of falling behind in the show. You miss over the heart of the plate with count leverage, you're going to pay for it.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Buster Posey. Well, the reliever remains in the game here, having pitched very well, but this is a longer outing than what he's used to.
It is, Matt, and I really tip my cap to him for gutting this thing out right now. On the other side, I worry they're being a little bit too greedy by leaving him out there. There are options left in the pen, and it would be a shame if all his hard work got undone because he started making some mistakes in location due to fatigue.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Six runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. There's a drive out toward the gap in left center. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first.
Got a pretty good pitch to hit there and turned it into extra bases. And to me, this goes back to what we were saying about this reliever pitching longer than he's really used to. I do think he's fighting exhaustion right now.
Into the box, Brandon Belt, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 1-0 misses for the second ball.
Tough situation for him right here. I mean, he's got an open base, so he doesn't have to give into this guy, but there's definitely danger looming on deck, so you can't just completely work around him either.
Now the 2-0 down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
There's absolutely no need to challenge him in this situation right here. Do yourself a favor, be smart, nibble a little bit, maybe use his aggressiveness against himself.
Here it is, the 3-0, and Belt will lay off ball 4 as he's able to reach on the base on balls.
Now batting, the third baseman, Evan Longoria.
First offering on its way. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
3-0 now.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
Hit down the third base line, but foul. The 3-1.
Hey! Helpful.
All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. Another full count pitch home. Line drive to left. Dyson is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. One for the Giants here on the Buster Posey double. Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's the Giants 7 and the Pirates nothing. Bottom of the inning now. Striding in once again, Brian Reynolds. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike one.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Always tough for one of these base umpires to make a call on a guy's check swing. It's not a great angle, and everything happens so quickly, so they really have to be paying attention out there. Looking at the replay, I think he got it right, so that's a tip of the cap for the Blue.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Ball 2 now.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
2-0 count, the pitch. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. 3-1 now.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
3-2 now. Now the payoff pitch home. Heading out towards shallow right. Yastrzemski in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down.
The first baseman, number 55.
Josh Bell the next to hit. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
First pitch on its way. Now Bell swings and launches one to right. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo home run here off the bat of Josh Bell. 8th home run on the season for him, and they're now on the board, though still well behind.
This is about as painful as it gets for a pitcher. He's been spinning a gem, posting nothing but zeros. Then this guy steps up and slaps one down the line. He thought it was going foul. No such luck. It boinks off the pole for a homer. The no-hitter and the shutout are gone in the blink of an eye.
In now, Gregory Polanco. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. Polanco, or El Cafe as he's sometimes referred to. He's currently in the first year of a new 2-year contract. Changeup stays outside and is behind 2-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Three balls and a strike to Gregory Polanco. There's ball 4.
Now batting, third baseman, Key Bryant.
Now in the box, Ke'Bryan Hayes. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Cueto pauses. Here's the first pitch. A runner on first with 2 away. Slider laid off for a ball.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
A ball and 2 strikes.
I got the count 1 and 2.
And it's fouled away. The next 1-2 pitch.
Hey, doubled up on breaking balls there outside. Now might be the time to bust that fastball in.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on this solo home run. We played 4. It's now 7-1. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. Now at the plate, Hunter Pence. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
Hunter Pence.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit sharply but foul down the right side. And no offer that time from Pence as it evens the count at 1-1. Now the pitch. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Well hit to right, but a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. Line towards center field. Reynolds is under it to make the play on the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop Brandon Crawford. First delivery to him on the way. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Crawford rounds the bag at first, looking for second. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double. So a good job of going the other way here as he checks in with the 1-out double. And as you see there, he's currently pacing the Giants in that category. So now to the plate, Mauricio Dubon.
And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. Now the 0-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. On the move is Polanco. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. And now Gracious just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem.
The center fielder, Steven Duggar.
Into the box now, Steven Duggar, runner in scoring position with Sugan. '50th pitch of the game on its way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. From the belt, kicks and deals.
1-1.
Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
And it's 1-2.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late, and you can't even put a good swing on it.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. 1 left for San Francisco. They're on top 7-1. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked with Pittsburgh's manager during the inning break about the Pirates' offensive production to this point. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. A lot of their outs have come from weak contact and strikeouts as a result of chasing pitches outside the strike zone. He said it's going to be extremely important for them going forward to be more selective with their swings and force the opposition to throw more strikes.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Leading up for the Pirates.
Into the box now,
The catcher,
Jacob Stallings. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
No balls and a strike to count. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth, with a punch out, one away.
Wow, that's one of the toughest pitches in baseball to
Now
hit,
back,
right? That
left
good
fielder.
straight changeup, El Cambio. There's not much you can do with that. You're going off of that arm speed, and the ball, it just doesn't get there.
At the plate, Gerard Dyson. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 0-1 delivery. One out, nobody on. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Dyson is retired, 2 down now.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt, and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Jose Osuna will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Jose Osuna.
Looked like he was swinging no matter what that time, as he goes way out of the zone at that offering. It's 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. And he falls behind, 0-2. Cueto into his motion, and the pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Home run number 2 for him on the year, and it's a 7-2 game now.
Man, that's a great location for a breaking ball right there down in the zone. Sometimes you just have to give the batters credit, D-Row.
No, you do, Dan. His bat path was so perfect. You could tell he was almost sitting breaking ball. Didn't cheat to anything, went down and got it.
To the plate now, Kevin Newman.
Shortstop,
As he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 1-0 home is offered at and missed for the first strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Here it comes. Ball 2. breaking ball well inside and taken for ball 3. 3-2 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Yastrzemski's got it for out number 3. Bucks draw a bit closer on this solo home run. 5 innings complete. It's the Giants 7 and the Pirates 2.
Number 46, Chris Stratton.
At the plate, Johnny Cueto getting to hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with.
Johnny.
Here's the first pitch to him.
0-1.
The pitch. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Gotta find a way to grind.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Giants pitcher.
Basic pitching right there. 0-2 fastball up and out of the zone. Change the eye level. Now time to go to that curveball down and away.
2 strikes.
A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
What I like about that strikeout, guys, is that he came back with a fastball on 2-2. He was heading to count 0-2 earlier, but instead of continuing to nibble a little bit, he decided to get aggressive again and to challenge with his hard stuff.
At the plate now, Mike Yastrzemski. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. The windup and the 0-1. Fouled away. Count remains at 0-2.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep his hands back.
And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You gotta be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
Count even at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Shot toward right center. And this is going to find the gap for his 3rd hit of the afternoon. This one for extra bases.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Stepping in now, Buster Posey. But quick hands over there at 3rd as he takes it for the 2nd out.
Up next to the Giants, the first baseman, Brandon Belt.
Ready for another shot now, Brandon Belt. It was a walk in his last trip. First offering on its way.
1-0.
Runner in scoring position at 2nd with 2 down. One ball and 1 strike to the Giants' first baseman.
1 strike.
You could bet he wants that one back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
Seared down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Lifted the other way to left center. Dyson on the run. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Giants leave 1. They're on top 7-2. Into the box, Brian Reynolds. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Pitch on the way. Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both a left-hander and a right-hander get loose. Hit hard on the ground to second, and this will find its way into center field for a leadoff single.
Now back, second baseman, Adam Frazier.
And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Hence giving chase. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
The first baseman, number 55, Josh Bell.
Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup batter, Josh Bell. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
That last at bat when he hit the home run, that's not an easy pitch to hit a homer. That was a changeup that was in off the plate. Most of the times you'll see a guy swing at that pitch. It's a hard pitch to keep fair. A lot of guys will hook that ball foul into the bleachers.
2-0.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Smoke toward the hole. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. Throw into third. Throw won't get him.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
Standing in now, Gregory Polanco. As he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. This year against right-handed pitching, Polanco has a .280 batting average. This is on the ground over to first. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
The third baseman, number 13, Ke'Bryan Hayes.
In now, Ke'Bryan Hayes. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a line drive. And that's in there. Base hit. The runner from second scores as they inch a bit closer.
Hey, D-Roy, I think we got a case right now. This team, they're just feasting on a pitcher that he's given up some runs, and it looks like he's starting to get a little bit tired, leaving some of these pitches up in the zone.
Yeah, and I think there's a fight at the bat rack right now. Guys are licking their chops, knowing he's a little bit tired, going to leave stuff over the middle of the plate. Won't be surprised to see the bullpen get going.
In now, Jacob Stallings, as he'll take a look at ball 1. No hits to this point. high and deep down the left field line. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. 2 out with the man at first. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Now here's a swing and a high pop-up drifting into shallow right field. Yastrzemski will call him off as he makes the catch, and the side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Michael Feliz will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Luke Maile will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Evan Longoria. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0 home. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Two balls and a strike to Longoria. A swing and a shot hit down the corner.
But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck.
Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
The 3-2 pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
So a runner at first now with nobody out, and that brings in the outfielder Hunter Pence. He's set, and the pitch. A ball and a strike. A runner at first with no outs here. Skied into straightaway right. Polanco has a read on it. And that's the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 35, shortstop, Brandon.
So a runner at first now with one away, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting shortstop and San Francisco Bay Area native Brandon Crawford. From the stretch.
1-0.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. From the belt, the pitch. Pulls this one into the air, out into right field. There to make the play is Polanco, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the second baseman, Mauricio Dubon.
Next to bat for the Giants, Mauricio Dubon. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. From the stretch. Hit high and deep to right center. On the move is Polanco. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1 left for San Francisco. They hold a 7-4 lead. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Danny Jimenez will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Austin Slater is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Now playing second and batting 9, number 13.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball well outside. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
On the ground to the left side. Crawford's got it. And no chance on the throw, so a great effort, but that'll be scored a base hit.
Hey, that's a heck of an approach right there. Leadoff single in the late innings. Team's down a little bit. Let's see if this ends up being a huge turning point in this one.
Here's the catcher, Luke Maile, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Getting on base, a big problem as you see the average there. No home runs as of yet, and with just the lone RBI. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
Nobody out, runner on first. And he struck him out.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat. And what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. Just keeping him close. And again a throw. Into the box now, Kevin Newman. Pitch out, nothing doing. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. 2-1. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Now the 2-1. Line towards center field. Duggar is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now batting, the center fielder, Bryan Reynolds.
Stepping into the box, Bryan Reynolds. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-0. Runners going. Strike called. Now the throw down. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. Back up the middle. And that is through into center field. A base hit. And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. That makes it 7-5 now.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
Now, that's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, D. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where it's pitched, and a good job and a run batted in.
Jarlin Garcia takes over here with the runner at first and 2 gone in the inning. So here's Adam Frazier. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A runner on first with 2 away. And he popped him up. Crawford into shallow left. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on a couple of hits. 8th inning coming up. Giants out in front here, 7-5. Kyle Crick has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. So striding in, Steven Duggar. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Steven Duggar.
He's set. Here it comes. First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Giants center fielder ahead with a 2-0 count. Now the 2-0 home. To 2-2 now.
2-2.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Well, this has been a bullpen game for some time now, but let's go back and review the performances of the 2 starters, neither of whom turned in an outing to remember. So that brings up the outfielder Austin Slater, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Now here's the pitch. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Set to deliver the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Bases are empty, one man out. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
Now batting, the right fielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
Mike Yastrzemski will stand in again, but before he does, let's take you back to the second inning of the ball game. Maybe the key blow so far, a grand slam that really got things started for him. First pitch on its way. And they start him out away with a called strike. Tight break with the slider there, catches the inside for a strike. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but I'm hit right now. I'm still sitting on that heater.
2 out, nobody on. No offer that time, and it's back to 2-2 on the Giants right fielder. And now a pitch on the way.
Swing and a miss as he chases one out of the zone for the third strike, and that's the third out of the inning.
Giants down in order. They lead it 7-5. Ready once again, Josh Bell. And if you remember, I'm sure he does, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Garcia, a 27-year-old. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. Now here it comes. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Now here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
With how hard guys throw these days, 94 miles an hour is good, but not as impressive as it used to be. Professional hitters can catch up with that, so it's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective, and that's exactly what he did right there.
So now to the plate, Gregory Polanco. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here comes the 0-1. One out, nobody on. On a good changeup, a swing and a miss, and he's set down on strikes for the second time today. Sam Coonrod enters here looking to get the final out before the 9th inning.
Hey! Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Giants, number 65, Sam Coonrod.
So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. Here comes the first pitch. And he takes ball 1. Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
3-0 pitch. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Yeah, that strategy is great when it works, but when it doesn't, it's ugly. And he was here to face one guy, and he couldn't get it done.
Eric Gonzalez will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 2, Eric Gonzalez.
Right-hander against right-hander, as this is a ball 1-0. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. Gonzalez, 28 years old. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2. Working for the punch out and the offering. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Little too much bite on the slider that time, taken outside.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. 2 out with the man at first. And he lays off, ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Cole Tucker will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 3.
Stepping up to the plate, Gerard Dyson. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
First delivery to him on the way. Swing, and he popped him up over in foul territory back behind third. And Longoria will make the catch to retire the side. A couple of walks, but no damage. More of the show. Saturday baseball after this. Cole Tucker remains in the game playing third after entering the game as a pinch hitter in the previous half inning.
Number 3.
Richard Rodriguez enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Rodriguez.
Digging in once again, Buster Posey. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
Number 28, Buster Posey.
Here's the first pitch to him. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Made him look silly with that one.
And he'll just waste one there. 1-2.
Man, the pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the fourth time he struck out, and we're only in the second game of this series.
At the plate now, Brandon Belt. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Belt in front, 2 balls and no strikes. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Now the 2-0. Lifted into center field. Reynolds is on the move for it. Can't make the play, however. It's over his head. And this throw gets away from him.
Now batting, the third baseman, Evan Longoria.
To the plate now, Evan Longoria. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. Trying to add some padding to their lead in the form of that run standing out there at second base. Ready with the 1-0. Now a shot toward the gap in left center. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Into the box, Hunter Pence, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. Throw on to first, and Pence is turned away here for out number 2.
The batter, number 35, shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
So a runner at second, 2 down now, and stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford. First pitch on its way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
Nope. And this is high, a ball and a strike.
1-1.
2 out here and a runner at second. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. Giants get a run on the RBI double. Last chance coming up for the Pirates. It's the Giants 8 and the Pirates 5. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Tony Watson enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the ninth.
San Francisco, Now pitching and batting in the fifth slot, number 56, Tony Watson. Now playing
All
left,
set for the bottom of the ninth. Coming to the plate now, Luke Maile. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
0-1, here's the pitch. That misses. 1-2. Just hung in there on that one. And he lays off it to even the count. 2-2. Grounded back up the middle. And that's out number 1.
now batting, shortstop, Kevin Newman.
Up next for the Buccos, Kevin Newman. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0 is taken below the zone for a ball.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the ninth is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate.
1 strike.
Hit hard on the ground at first. Oh, look at the stop by Belt. It's in time.
Oh, that's a tough play, but he pulled it off perfectly. Once he made the great stop, still had to make a good feed to the pitcher covering, which isn't easy on routine grounders sometimes. Hard not to appreciate that one.
Digging in the switch hitter, Brian Reynolds. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. First pitch of the at-bat.
1-0.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A 2-0 count to the Bucs center fielder. Lays off, and it's 3-0.
I got 3-0.
Adam Frazier would be next. The 3-0 pitch. And the sinker runs too low here as he loses him. It's ball 4.
That is just a great at-bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them, and that never say die mentality could be the difference. We'll see how it plays out.
Ready now, Adam Frazier, man at first after the 2-out walk. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. A runner on first with 2 away.
A swing and a ground ball to third. Longoria's there, on to first, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, these guys don't care where they play. They've now taken the first two of a 4-game road set, and they're guaranteed at least a split. Now we'll see if they can take the series tomorrow.
8-5 today. San Francisco took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Johnny Cueto earns his 5th winner of the year. Chris Archer struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. Tony Watson wraps it up for the save, his 12th of the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Giants, 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Pirates, 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. The winning pitcher is Johnny Cueto. His record is now 5-4. The save to Tony Watson.